So if the EU rather doesn't extend the deadline, then it looks like March 29th will have the UK crashing out of the EU, a no-deal Brexit, or hard Brexit as it's called. What happens in a no-deal Brexit?
So yeah, you're completely right. As it currently stands, on the 29th of March, if a new deal isn't negotiated and agreed on by Parliament and the EU, we will be leaving on the 29th of March unless we can get some sort of extension to Article 50. Leaving on the 29th of March basically entails us walking away from an EU customs union single market and us resorting back to World Trade Organization rules. That does have a lot of benefits. It means we can strike up trade agreements with Canada, with America, with South Africa, with Australia, New Zealand. Many countries do want to trade with us, but it does mean that we have no current agreement with the EU in place on the day after, on the 30th of March.
Well, everyone has, well, not everyone, but there has been a big group painting a hard Brexit as an absolute catastrophe for the United Kingdom. Would it be? Or would it be potentially chaotic at first, but an opportunity to renegotiate some trade deals, as you say?
So I think it would be an opportunity in a way. It would be an opportunity in the sense that the EU is shrinking as in regards to its percentage of the global economy. It's getting smaller while we've got emerging markets like China, India, lots of countries within Africa, and the United States wanting to trade with us, whereas the EU is contracting. Germany's narrowly avoided recession, Italy's in recession. So we've got lots of problems. But there is another way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a no-deal Brexit on the 29th of March. One potential is a Malthouse Compromise, which sees us trying to extend Article 50 to the 22nd of May 2019, right. Because if we extended it to 23rd of May, we'd have to do EU elections, and we don't want to compete in that. So there is a way we can extend it to ease the blow of a no-deal Brexit.
Assuming the EU goes along with that extension, do you think it will?
Yes, I think it will. So currently they are saying that Theresa May's agreement won't be renegotiated and no negotiations are on the table. But the EU could go along with it because they know that us leaving with no deal will be very harmful to them as well. It's not just the UK economy which will be negatively damaged in the short term. You see, everyone's seen the riots in France, how their economy is doing, mass unemployment across the EU. They are fully aware what the damage of a no-deal Brexit could be. So it is mutually beneficial to extend Article 50, come up with some sort of agreement, figure out what the tariff rates are, tell the businesses that, maybe give it another year after Article 50 where we have mutual agreements on what we can and can't do, trade regulations, and then following that we can leave with no deal, but it will be much more managed and predictable.
Well, you could argue that the EU is trying to make this as complicated as possible, and that it has been in order to dissuade any other countries from following suit. And Alex, we have the Labour Party pushing for another election, but also pushing for another referendum, giving the people in the UK another chance to decide whether they really meant it the first time when they said they were for Brexit. What do you think about that?
I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So there's two aspects to that. Firstly, in the general election of 2017, all the Labour MPs stood and agreed with the Labour manifesto, their election of that manifesto, which promised to uphold the result of a Brexit referendum. By saying they want a second referendum, they're completely going against the manifesto in which they were elected on. And then secondly to that, I don't know what it says about the British people if suddenly the bureaucrats in Parliament turn around and say, oh yeah, you guys got it wrong the first time, we're going to have another vote. And then what happens if they lose that vote? Are we going to do best of 5, best of 7, best of 9? Just what that does to British democracy, turning around and saying, no, you got it wrong, we're going to try again, will be really damaging, I think.
Alex, thank you. Alexander Hammond, appreciate it.